Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Underrail. Okay, so here we are in our room. Hope everybody is doing well. We got an email last time from Hale telling us to go and meet her, and let's actually just double check this. Alright, personal messages. Oh yeah, keycard, and to meet Tanner in her office. Anyway, last time I do believe I may have forgotten to wish everybody hope everybody had a happy Christmas and wish everybody a happy new year, etc. So I do apologise if I forgot that. I honestly can't remember. I haven't gone back and edited the first episode yet, so let alone gone and oops, let's exit. Let alone gone and uploaded it. So let's leave our room. It's now unlocked. And we can close. And can we lock it? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you leave your door unlocked in this, as far as I'm aware. Also, let's tab, and you can see all of the things: footlockers, shelves, light switches, and we've got lots of other places that we can go to. Here are the security cameras. Let's see if there's anything on the shelves. No. Now these doors, if you hit a red hand on them, that means that you're going to have problems, security problems, if you go in them. But if you avoid the cameras, i.e. by starting, for example, the lockpicking now, you'd have quite a lot of time before they came back. And if you had the perk which halves the time for lockpicking happening, you would probably be able to do it in time, and you get experience for doing all these lockpicking things. So once we get lockpicks, and once we get that perk that allows us to do all the lockpicks in half the time, we will, and I guarantee this, be unlocking all of these doors, because some of them have got some good loot in them. So let's go and have a look at where we want to go. These are all the levels. We don't need to go here yet, I don't think. It's going nowhere, and I just want to check my log in the Commons level. Commons level 3. So we'll go and see her. Or Tanner. It might be him. I honestly can't remember. But oh, people drinking here, and we'll go and pick up some shelves, because if there's a black hand, it doesn't matter whether you find anything and take it. Is there anything in here? Light switch. It's been a while. There was a point at the start of the game where none of these rooms had anything in them. You couldn't even open the doors because the developer hadn't actually built the rooms yet. So let's go in here. Don't think there's anything or anyone in here. But some of these barrels will have bits and pieces. Some of them. Well, they used to. They definitely used to have bits and pieces in them. Which is how I sort of got a nice leg up in the game to start with. Let's close these doors. because we... Did I do all of these? I think I did, yeah. Let's see what this is. Raw meat. So let's have a look at our inventory now. We've picked up canned fish, mixed fish and canned in preservation oil. Additionally, the food inside has been exposed to ionizing radiation in order to eliminate microorganisms and insects. The process does not make the food radioactive, but instead ensures extremely long shelf life. When consumed, reduces all cold damage taken by 15%. And when you take food, it eliminates the effects of previous food. We also have rat hound barbecue, grilled rat hound meat, popularly called ratsies, with mushrooms. The red meat tastes decently, but the foul creature still smells terrible even when cooked. Increases strength by +1. Canned stew. Most of these are new to me because I joined when there was like the ratsies, the raw meat, and that was about it. So stew in a can, reduces all heat damage. Stuffed bat. Bat stuffed with 3 kinds of mushrooms and a mixture of seeds. Increases detection by 15%. Huh. Oh, because it's a bat. Yeah. And cave hopper meat. Here we have under pie made from root dough and minced innards. Consumed increases all skills by 3. That's actually pretty good. And mushroom salad. Oh, dressed with poppy oil. Increases perception by 1. Pretty cool. Empty box. Empty shelves. Empty shelves. So, let's go say hi to Tanner. And that's just clicking on them. The man behind the desk is Hadrian Tanner, the counsellor who admitted you into Southgate Station. Even during your first encounter with him, he struck you as an unusual-looking individual. Setting aside his impressive stature, one finds it difficult not to notice how his thick, bushy hair and beard envelop most of his head. That, in addition to his opaque glasses covering his eyes, which you've never noticed him without, means that you can see very little of his face and its expression. His somewhat dirty scavenger outfit, which he wore earlier as well, clashes with a clean, finely furnished office, suggesting that Tanner probably does most of his work in the field. This office is not clean. So continue. As soon as he finishes typing, he raises his head and reaches out to shake your hand. His big hand, tucked into his dark brown gloves, makes yours seem like that of a child in comparison, and you especially feel his large fingers to be twice as thick as yours. His deep voice feels distant and calming when he addresses you. Congratulations once again, Sarah Evenstuff, and welcome to our small community. You scored very well on our tests. No small feat, that. I'm sure you'll turn out to be a valuable and respected citizen. But more importantly, I hope you'll find peace and kinship here, which are so hard to come by in the chaos surrounding us. I'll try my best not to disappoint, I think. That's good to hear. I hope that earthquake didn't disturb you much and were able to rest a bit from all the testing, but you have much work to do today. Events have transpired that require your attention. You ready for some field work? Ready and able. So what's up? How much damage did the earthquake cause? Not much damage to the station itself. There were no casualties, fortunately, regardless. The railway tunnel has caved in, so we're cut off until the rubble has been cleared up. It's nothing that you should be concerning yourself with at this point in time now. Back to the business at hand. First, you can have your weapon back. Lucas is at the armory, should have it. And while you're there, you might want to drop by the shooting range. Since you'll be doing some field work today, it might not be a bad idea to warm up in case things get ugly. Speak to Gorski if he's there. He'll help you set up for some practice sessions. However, that is entirely up to you. Could come in handy. Now, field work? Down in the tunnels below our station, just to the north of Crossroad Caves, lies a series of abandoned outposts. These outposts were built by another station a long while ago for the purpose of scouting and defence. In time they fell into decay. I want you to retake them so that they might once again serve the same purpose. However, in order to do so you will need to activate the main power generator that is located inside of one of them. Harold from engineering thinks he knows how to get the generator operational, so he should be your first stop after we're done here. As far as I'm aware, there are a total of 5 outposts, plus the one with the generator. I don't know if it's possible to activate all of them, but try to activate at least 3. You may also want to talk to Jonas at the Crossroad Watchpost. It's down in the tunnels just outside the station. We've been passing through there anyway. He's one of our most experienced scavengers and has probably seen more of the Underrail than any of us here. He'll surely have some useful advice for you. Why are we retaking these outposts? It's an important strategic position. Should certain factions attempt to encroach further into our zone of control. Besides, cleaning them out will also push some of the unwanted wildlife further away from the SGS, so it's also beneficial in that regard. Wildlife? I understand that a few packs of rat hounds moved into the area, but you'd best talk to Jonas regarding that. He'll have more details. He knows that area inside out. Now, one more thing before you go. Pascal. Our J Station's chief physician wanted to see you, so you should probably pop down to his offices in the medical sector when you have the time. Got it. See you later. So we've gained 100 experience from that. And where are we? Where does it tell us how close we are to leveling up? Here. This is our experience bar. So as you can see, 100 experience out of 1,000. So all of these shelves have considerably red blobs, so we can't go there. Let's go into the bar. And there's people we can talk to, commoners, security guards. Let's talk to Ethan. You see a stunning, well-dressed young man. Even though his clothing is neither as arresting nor as he is, nor is it expensive looking. Every item he is wearing has been carefully selected and combined with one another to form an elegant, flirtatious style, rather than being a mishmash of items permanently borrowed from dead bodies decomposing by the tracks or in ditches, which tend to be one of the primary sources of free clothing in Underrail, as we will find out in the near future. In his hand a glass of fizzy water. He puts it down and focuses on you, smiling warmly. His teeth are so white he almost looks like a living toothpaste ad. May I help you? Who are you? Call me Ethan. You? Sarah Evenstar. Recently moved to the station. Good. You may call me Ethan. What can I do for you? Anything interesting going on? Not much, unfortunately. This cave-in has us all trapped in here. So like a lot of people, I'm waiting for the tracks to get cleared before I move on. However, I have such lovely company. I suppose I wouldn't mind the workers getting some rest. He smiles. So you're the travelling type. Well, there is good reason why I travel a lot. You see, I am a temporal manipulator, a psionic. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I'm a bit of, how shall I say, an expert in my field. We are a rare kind, us temporal manipulators, and there isn't many of us walking around. So if you happen to be a psionic looking for some tutoring in the discipline of temporal manipulation, I am your man. He takes a sip of his water, his eyes firmly fixed on you. What can you tell me about temporal manipulation? Temporal manipulation. It is a psionic discipline that allows one to manipulate time in many different ways. Accelerate it, decelerate it, suspend it, reverse it, but before you get your hopes up too much. The effects are on a local level, meaning that one's reshaping or even disfigurement of the structure of the universe will not have large-scale consequences, but will rather only affect a small part of the space-time, just the very part that's being manipulated. I understand if you're finding this difficult to comprehend. It's not an accessible subject, really. Regardless, it's an immensely powerful discipline in the right hands, but it's sadly underused. You should consider yourself lucky. Why is temporal manipulation so underused? Well, it is. He stops. He peers inquisitively into your eyes, smiling warmly before pointing his finger at you. Actually, I would like to hear what you think is the reason. I'm just curious. It's only for attractive people? If that is the deciding factor, I would be seeking you to teach me temporal manipulation. He smiles. But then again, attractive people aren't as rare as those who practice temporal manipulation, so I'm afraid your answer is not correct, but good try nonetheless. It is a difficult question. To become a master temporal manipulator, one needs time. Time to manipulate, time to practice, time to experience. The first one, it is in the very core of our universe, space-time. We manipulate the temporal, but for space-time to remain in balance, the spatial must react. The second one, as with any skill also, one needs to train extensively, develop his abilities in order to become proficient at them. This takes time and practice. But one is also practicing on time itself. But the third point, that is the most important one. The thing that sets temporal manipulation apart from the other side disciplines. Temporal manipulation, on its most basic level, does not possess the destructive power of other disciplines. No pyrokinetic fireballs or accelerated ice shards. No ways to drive your enemies derailed, force them to fight each other, or against the horrors that plucked out of their very own minds. Manipulating time requires time. Requires temporal experience. With other disciplines, even if one doesn't understand their meaning, one can achieve through simply understanding the mechanics. With temporal manipulation, you only have the meaning if you understand the passage of time. It is something one might not be, in fact definitely cannot be, able to truly understand without sufficient experience. And that comes when one just has the right amount of time available to him. Most have plenty, too much. And that is why they waste it. And those who don't, they chase it. But they might have plenty available to chase. Now, those who have experienced it running out, those realize its true value. Implying that it takes an old person to be a good manipulator. Yeah, you're looking pretty damn young. More than just young, he smiles. But that is, perhaps, beside the point. I do look young, yes, but I have experience. I may be one of the best, which I admit doesn't say much considering there aren't many of us out there. But I still have a life ahead of me to truly acquire the experience I told you about. However, I have been taught by the best. You see, yes, Arthur Kane, my mentor, is a true master of temporal manipulation, has helped me. I understand certain important things much earlier than I normally would, but that's a whole other story. I have to go. Have I got? No, I haven't gained another 100. I'm going to head off. I'll talk to Arlene now. You met Arlene during her testing period. She's in charge of food preparation and rationing. Ha! We used to make fun of Tanner's stupidly high standards when admitting new people. Not the end of the world if we get someone imperfect, we said. And here you are, bringing us earthquakes on day one. Very funny, Arlene. I was only kidding. Don't take it too seriously. Anyway, what do you need? 30 good rumors? I guess Junkyard still hasn't gotten rid of old Chopper. One more victim found in pieces. What do you know about Ethan Lanford? It's that man over there. She points to a well-dressed man standing at the bar. A handsome man, yeah. Comes to SGS from time to time, dressed as sharp as a razor. Always flirting with the ladies, no exceptions. I've seen him entertain quite a number of them, well, myself included, with some unusual psionic tricks. Tricks? Well, he's a temporal manipulator. It's one of those side abilities, disciplines, But the thing he does, I've never seen anyone else do before. He can manipulate time, but only for specific objects, like slowing down a fly. So it moves its wings in slow motion or making things hover in the air, that sort of stuff. It's all parlor tricks, fun and unusual. Good to attract the ladies. His good looks and charisma make them stick around, though. That's his real magic. Know anything else about him? Where he's from? What does he do? Not much. He's talkative, but reveals little about himself. When you think about it, no one knows where he's from or what he does. He usually comes alone. Maybe leaves with the girl, maybe not. Depends. Always drinks fizzy water, yes. Has that temporal manipulation thing going for him. That's all I know, really. Oh yeah, dresses sharp as... No, wait, I said that already. Thank you. Something else I wanted to ask you. That's barter. So this is how you buy things. So, usually, the person who you are selling to has a limited number of things they're willing to buy. Ooh, interesting. And they always have all of these things to sell. So we want to sell them some foodstuffs. What don't we need? Which one does the heat? Canned stew does the heat. The value is 300. Now each one of these credits is worth 10. So 300 is actually 30 credits. So let's have a look. It's value, oh goodness, 700 value. $150. So let's sell. Goodness, 700. That's pretty incredible. Right. We can get rid of the that. Do we need to get rid of the stuffed bat? Let's have a look. Canned stew. See, she only wants 2, so she'll not take that. So we can then auto it, and it will automatically give us the credits. If it's in the red, they won't accept. If it's in the green, they will accept. So I can get 60 credits straight away by selling her own food back to her. So I now have 260 credits. Nice and easy. Now let's talk to this guy, Jack Quicksilver. Haven't seen you around here before. You stuck in this hole now as well? No, I'm actually new here. Name's Jack Quicksilver. Where are you from, Jack? No, I'm not a citizen of any place if that's what you're asking. I travel around a lot, but when I'm not on the train, I spend most of my time in Core City. What do you do for a living? You're a trader? Among other things, yeah. What you looking to trade? Are you looking to trade? Show me what you got. So he's looking for some bolts and a crossbow, and has a number of cool things. What we want is lockpicks, and we can get an Omni tool for free, so we don't need those. And that'll bring us 45. So now we have 45 lockpicks, sorry, 15 lockpicks, which we can pop in here. Let's talk to him again. Not any place, we'll bring him in the first place. Lucrative business opportunity, but it slipped past me, unfortunately. What happened with that business opportunity? Business secret. If you're interested in doing some work, though, that's something I can arrange. What kind of work? Package delivery. I'll pay you in SGS credits. 100 pieces. You interested? Yeah, tell me the details. Let me beckon you closer. You know where the GMS warehouse block is? Yes. Let's just say yes. First, go to the barracks, the station platform here in SGS. This key will open one of the footlockers, and the package will be inside. He hands you the key. Take the package to the warehouse block, to the building just south of the GMS compound. A man will be waiting for the package there, and you'll get your money. Why don't you take the package yourself? No questions. We will not speak of this again until the job is done. So, here we have the key, which is lovely. And we don't need to do anything with it. It'll just stay there until we use it. And we've got our first quest. So let's head down. So let's go to the armory and shooting range now. And grab our weapon. Okay, nothing I can do here. We can't go into that door because this auto turret will kill us. Security bots are fine. There's a security guard. We can't touch anything on the shelves or the boxes or anything of that nature. But we can talk to Lucas. A short man rises from behind his desk with a grenade case in his hands. The heavy case meets the top of the desk with a thud, raising your eyebrows, which in turn makes the man's face turn into a smile. He removes his glove and shakes your hand with a strong, perhaps too strong grip before addressing you. Don't worry, Syrian Star. I ain't gonna blow us up. Nope. Anyway, Pencil told me you'd be staying with us for a while. Yeah, I like it here so far. Well, friend, make yourself at home. Can I have my weapon back? Of course, it was the 5mm pistol and some ammo, if I recall. Correctly, right. It produces a pistol that is in such bad condition people would pay to be rid of it. So, we can here. Guns are for wusses, all I need is a knife. We can get a crossbow. Pistol had a bloody shotgun. 5mm, I came here with a 44, man. What? One of the eyes half closes while the other one tenses up. Seriously, is this your pistol? It was a 5mm pistol. But not that one. And whose? Oh, this has got to be Newton's gun. My bad, here you go. He hands you your weapon. Yeah, with that out of the way, may interest you in a couple more things. And let's have a look. So we've got a gun and 80 bullets. So, what do we want here? These are a lot of things I haven't seen before. So, shotguns I've not seen. They've changed the graphics on most of the other stuff. And these are all weapon components and parts for crafting and recipes. So you can buy recipes or find them around. All sorts of them. Wow. Blueprint shotgun. Huge shotgun pellet mold. Wow. So many different things. Goggles, spears, shotguns. Sorry if I'm sort of looking weird. Wow, curved shock machetes. These are awesome. So like I say, half of these I've just not seen before. Wow. Okay. So that's oh goodness me. How much is what we've got worth? Worth 1350. 1350. 215. 215. 215, and we've got about 4,000 credits if we had to. 7.2 mil Hawker. What is our damage? 10 to 16, and this one does 10 to 25. So the higher the damage, that's 10 to 17. Better quality. Okay, I think we'll fine as is. We'll pop that weapon in. 20 bullets in one weapon, which is pretty darn good. And we'll move off now. I'm not going to bother with the target practice, although I'll go in here nonetheless because the shelves are available. Is there anything on them? No. Don't think we get any experience doing any of that, and we just waste bullets. So we will head up here. Now we are going to go to, we're just going to head down to administration in the library. And all this is going to do is give us, just doing a little bit of exploring. No, can't go in there, can't go in there. We can look at this box though. Nothing in it, sadly. Nobody around to go. Nope, can't go there. Oops. Let's see what's on the desk. Nothing on the desk. There's always a chance of certain items being around. And it's items for crafting would be best. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have anything there. Okay, so let's head out since there's nothing in here. As you can see now, we've got 4 quests. Done one. Let's go down to medical and psionics. Let's go in this door. It's an electronic lock. Hacking 90. We don't have anything to hack with yet. Let's go down here. It's a bodybuilder and shelves we can't do anything with. Huh. Ah, shit. Didn't want to do that. Bollocks. Okay. So here we can take all of those. Footlockers. Let's open these. Always worthwhile looking at everything you can. Talk to this doctor, let him rest. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Let's close that door. Now, because nobody can see us, we're going to look in there. There's nothing there, sadly, which is really annoying. So let's go in here. Let's talk to the surgeon. Shouldn't be in here without a mask, fair enough. Hello, Syrian Star. First of all, let me congratulate you on your commitments to our little station. I'm sure you'll love it here. It's good that you came, actually. I wanted to talk to you about some of the results from all the tests we did earlier. Is there something wrong with me? No, quite the contrary. I'm sorry if I scared you. You see, the test results show that you have a certain amount of psionic potential. You mean like I can read people's minds? No, not really. Well, not yet anyway. Perhaps one day if you train your mind right. Allow me to explain what psionic potential really is. It's a relatively rare, inheritable, complex genetic trait that triggers development of certain otherwise latent components in the brain. It allows a person to perform some subtle psionic invocations, such as influencing the mind of others, as well as some not-so-subtle ones, such as calling radical temperature changes and telekinetic manipulations. How do I realize this potential? You must first disable your psionic inhibitor. It's a neural structure in your brain that prevents you from innovating or accessing your psionic projection centers. We assume it was designed to prevent the infants from unwittingly harming themselves or those around them. There are ways to perform this innovation by deep, extended meditation, but this can take years and years. We have more efficient methods nowadays. He reaches into his pocket, then opens his hand before you. You see a large red pill. It'll take care of the inhibitor right away, but there is one side effect I'm obliged to mention. The majority of users experience immediate and significant weakening of their immune systems. When I say majority, I mean everyone. To put it bluntly, it will severely affect your health. Therefore, the choice is yours. I need to think about this. In the meantime, I had other questions. Well, the Mushroom Cove scavenger. Yes. Can I see the body? What for? I may know this person. Well, I suppose I can allow it. Just don't touch the body, okay? Can I talk to the guard who found her? I don't know which of the guards brought her in. Malcolm, the security officer, can help you with that. He's the cave exit, the lowest level of the station. I'd like to talk about something else. Here's the dead woman in the operating room. The guard found her dying in Mushroom Cove. Identity still unknown. Probably some scavenger, but she had very few items on her when she was found. What happened to her? Came in with patches of hair ripped off and severely traumatized. No one knows exactly what transpired, but she was dead on arrival. Talked about something else. Do you have anything to barter? He wants 3 medicines, 6 chemicals, and 4 medicine components. And we can make our own health hypos if we've got enough stuff. Okay, health increased by 40. So we can buy things in here. I like to buy as many ampules as possible. Simply because this is how you make health hypos. Or no, not making health hypos as such. This is how you get organs and turn them into little things like this. Antidotes, etc. So I'm going to trade for that. So now I have some ampules. Now I can look at the dead woman. Before you was the body of a young scavenger, a woman barely over 20, if over at all. You have some difficulty telling the age, as the damage the head has suffered really undermines your perception. It's Inspector. The head's missing patches of hair which are ripped out of the scalp, and what's left underneath has been severely clawed, exposing the whiteness of the skull underneath. As to who did it, the answer reveals itself when you look at the woman's fingertips. The nails, while still present, are mostly broken, with bits of flesh and bloodied hair beneath them. Also, one of the fingers on the left hand exhibits a single ring mark. Unfortunately, that's everything useful you're able to determine from inspecting the body. So, we gain experience for that. Now we've got 90 health. I think it reduces your health by at least 10, possibly 20 points to get psychically tuned. Anyway, as for now, that is all I'm going to do. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, don't worry about it. Thank you again, and I shall see you next time. Goodbye.